3, 2, 1.
Hello, my name is Lizette Long, and I'm a freshman. I am double majoring in electrical engineering and jazz piano performance.
So what do you recommend that parents do to support their children when they're at UT?
I would say I recommend that parents check in with their student, not weekly, but at least regularly, because sometimes at least in my experience, there were times when I didn't really want to approach my parents because I don't feel like I was doing too well. But but if they were to approach me, I would definitely be honest about it. So.
Hi you guys, my name is Sarah. I am an aerospace engineering student. I'm a fourth year, so I'm a senior, I'm about to graduate. I am from Missouri City, Texas, right outside Houston, and I use she, her, hers pronouns. I think one of the biggest things is give them space and let them make their own mistakes, because they'll make a lot of them, and it can be hard and it can feel like the stakes are a lot higher and you want to get involved and you want to help. But they'll be able to figure it out. They're smart. If they do come to you and ask for help, I totally recommend that you direct them to all of the resources on campus. And if you don't know what's available, have them email our office, have them email WEP. We are here to help. That is one of the biggest things that WEP has offered me on campus. They know a lot more about what's going on and what's available to help you. So if you don't know, totally just direct them to us or to any resources that you do know of. But I think the biggest things my parents did is they gave me space and they let me figure it out, and they made sure that I knew that they would be there to help support me and that they love me no matter what happened. And honestly, I really appreciate the way my parents handled the transition, and I couldn't have asked for anything better or anything different.
Hi, my name is Kate. I am a third year civil engineering and plan to major here at UT. I use she, her, hers pronouns. Something that my parents did that I really recommend other parents do is just be there for your kid. They would answer questions I had, even when they were really dumb about how to use the post office and paying bills and all sorts of just random things you didn't have to take care of. I asked lots of advice and talked a lot, what classes should I take? And it's not necessarily that you expect an answer from them, but you want someone to listen to you and that semblance of normality. So just being there to listen to your kid and answer questions and not be irritated when they don't know how to do things is pretty important, I think. And that's pretty much the biggest thing you can do for your child, is just be there and not call them when they don't want you to necessarily, but if they reach out and are like, hey, can we talk this weekend, if you can be available, that's probably the most helpful thing anyone can do. Is just because it's nice to be able to talk to your mom or dad or whatever when things are rough. And that applies for siblings too. It's sometimes really nice to talk to a sibling instead of a parent. And so I think just being there for each other is really important. And we're all learning how to use Zoom, so I think that'll be easier maybe after this.
Hi, my name is Jane. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm a junior studying chemical engineering at UT. I found when I moved to college that the most helpful thing my parents did, and the rest of my family as well, was just sort of give me independence, especially in that first month, first full semester, kind of go hands off and let me figure it out on my own. I know it sounds really scary on both ends. I'm sure as a parent, it would be difficult to just sort of let them go without interfering. And as a student, it was really scary to not have my parents' guidance and help every day after living with them for so long. But I think it just sort of ripped the band-aid. I got independent really quickly, started solving my own problems, sort of finding my own routine, finding out my passions on campus. And it was nice to have that full independence without any ties back to my lifestyle in high school or my family or anything. So even though it can be scary, it was really beneficial for me. I think that first semester where you sort of find your niche on campus, start to settle in, is the most critical semester you'll have. So personally, I found it really helpful to just have full independence. That doesn't mean that you're like cutting them off or anything. You can still talk to your family and, you know, call each other and everything, but maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks you can call them instead of like once every day. You don't need to be updating or getting updated after every class. So just let them have a bit of space, and when they run into issues, they need guidance or something, your student will come to you, hopefully, rather than you trying to put advice onto them that they maybe haven't asked for yet. So that overall is about it. Let them have some independence and make their own mistakes, and then fix those mistakes as well.